So guys, yes brother, how you doing? You alright? Yeah man. Get back to you soon. So, got people like Billy Moore, also known as Usif Muhammad, calling me a liar, and I'm a junkie. I was a junkie years ago and I'm still a junkie. When I went to see him I was a junkie and I'm still a junkie. Well, let me tell you something now. I've not took illegal street drugs for many years, so bro, you're saying many years, okay? So, you saying that is very insulting indeed. So, the things I want to say is 2026. I think podcasting the homeless and stuff is dead. I think people like Billy Moore and Charlie Veitch and Cozzy and all that need to look at getting a day job, because all this bullying and people unknowing about time management and sitting on social media every minute is a lot of money. So when you see people like Cozzy Media putting pensioners on there, who's 70 plus, mind, he's 70 odd, that old fella, yeah? And when Cozzy takes 10-15 minutes of content off him and then the guy asks for change and he says, nah, I've got no change. It's like, what? Give him the notes out your pocket, lad. You know, it's deserving. He's probably been on your channel 10-15 times. You know, you know, it's very nice if you're giving out tenths and all that, but I bet you do it on camera, eh? I bet you've monetized giving your tenths out, haven't you? Haven't you, Cozzy? Yeah? So you've monetized giving your tenths out, and Billy Moore monetizes Turbo / Crutchy for the pennies, yeah? Because he's worth a lot of money to him. So in his video about our Manchester's hate crusader, he talks about me, he's going to knock me out on sight and all that. Well, we'll see about that for one. And for two, I don't really believe his story anyway. It's very suspicious, all his story, to be honest with you. I don't believe it. Yes, bro, how you doing? I don't believe his story one bit. There's too many discrepancies from podcast to podcast for it to be true. You'd remember when you first took drugs. I mean, he says that he had a whiskey, and then as he had this double whiskey in this bar, everything changed. And I mean, in one podcast he says, I had this double whiskey in this bar, and I happened to be clean for 5 years, by the way, and I had this number in my phone of this drug user, drug dealer, drug user, your mate, apparently. That's your mate who's an active drug user. Anyway, you had this guy's number in your phone, and 5 minutes later you were smoking tablets. And then in the other podcast you state that you drunk this double whiskey, and 5 minutes later you was on a plane to Bangkok. And then taking China White. So which one is it? Either you had the double whiskey and phoned and took tablets, or you had the double whiskey and took China White in Bangkok. You know, you've got to start telling the truth, lad, about your story, you know, about all these fights you had in Thailand, and there's not one video of you even Thai boxing, kickboxing, lifting your legs even. There's not one I've not seen one video of you even lifting your legs. So there's videos of you, Billy Moore, Thai boxing. I don't believe a word of it. And another thing, Cozzy, don't talk to me about mental health, young man. Please, don't disrespect yourself by talking about me and my mental health. Because if you watch your podcast with Jermaine Liebert, the one and only podcast you've done, by the way, you don't look well in it, mate, Cozzy, to be honest with you, lad. And I'm just saying that as like an honest lad to you, you know. I'm being honest, totally honest with you. Cozzy, you don't look well when you're doing that podcast, right? And the things you say, some of the things are very disturbing. And I'm quite concerned for your mental health, Cozzy. You know, since you got that beating in town, I know it affected you quite badly, and I'm very sympathetic to that. But sticking cameras in people's faces when they're not wanted, sometimes brings unexpected results. It's funny, I'm in exactly the same place where I've been talking about that. Do you know what it is, lad? I think you should stop putting the homeless, your friends, in inverted commas, your homeless friends, yeah? Good one, I like that, how you've made them all your friends and now you can film them. Your homeless friends would be mortified if they knew you was probably earning multiple thousands a month off them, yeah? They'd have something to say, and they'd certainly want something off it. They wouldn't let you walk around filming them for free, now would they, eh? Come on now, lad, let's have it right. So I think you should, before you're going up to people, homeless and elderly pensioners and homeless people, vulnerable people, I think you should be saying to them, listen, I'm going to be making money off this content, like decent money, like can I treat you, or, you know, something, or I don't know, ask permission, like, you know, how about ask permission first? You know, instead of putting elderly pensioners on your timeline and multiple times having a laughing joke with him and then him asking you for money and you've got no change. What's that all about, you've got no change, lad? That's just rank in so many levels, and you've not learned a thing. I'm trying to tell you, 2026, it's not going down like that, lad, right? I'm telling you now, it's not going down. You podcasters filming the homeless and all that, I'm going to show you, lad, this is what's happening. Look, you see this? See what this is? See what I don't? I'm burying them. I'm burying yous all, lad. I'm burying yous all. I'm going to bury yous all. Do you understand? You're not doing what yous are doing in what yous was doing in 25, in 2026 in Manchester. You're not coming round sticking cameras in immigrants' faces and from a distance saying they're going to be engineers and lawyers and buzzing off them, yeah? You ain't doing that from a distance anymore, mate. How about you go and approach the immigrant and ask him what he's going to be when he's older, instead of putting people down? Do you know, this narrative, this immigration narrative, this was Stockport, right? I'm correct this time. This was Stockport, right? I mean, sorry, that was Southport, all right? Southport and Manchester are two different places, you know, completely two kettles of fish. Like, you could put the whole of Southport probably in the middle of town, you know what I mean? It won't fill half of it, you know, all the people in it, you know what I mean? So there's not much diverse mix of people probably in Southport. In Manchester, there's a mix and blend of all people, all races, all creeds, you know? Probably why I was like, here, probably why I come here, you know what I mean? My adoptive Jamaican dad and my adoptive Welsh mum, that's why they probably moved to Manchester, because they was accepted in Manchester. That was back in the 60s and whatnot, you know? So when they got together, so, you know, it was accepted a very long time ago in Manchester that they mixed this and all that. And Liverpool as well was one of them places where I'm sure there was a lot of mixed race in Liverpool. I'm sure there's a lot of mixed race in Liverpool. And then you've got Billy Moore giving it this immigration narrative. But wait a minute, wasn't Billy Moore an immigrant himself when he went to Thailand? Didn't he change to the culture, you know, convert to Islam? Yeah, just let that sink in for a minute, by the way, while you're watching his videos. Billy Moore converted to Islam when he went over to another country. So he got in with the lingo and did what most of these immigrants try to do, you know, integrate and try and converse with the locals and whatnot, yeah? He did precisely what he is, like, pulling his face at people doing now. Like, he went to another country and he literally wanted to become a citizen of that country, and like he couldn't get fed and all that and whatnot, yeah? So he had to read the Quran for over a year, you know, and convert to Islam, and now his name's Usif Muhammad, because once you convert to Islam, there's no turning back, you know that, don't you? People are aware of that. How you doing, lad? You alright? I'm just on this about them home, you know, the kids filming everyone with cameras and that. I won't put you on camera, but it's not nice, is it? And you don't want it, do you? No. Like I'm saying to people now in 2026, these lads who are going around exploiting you guys with cameras, they're making like £2,000 off every video now. You know, all these lads are worth a fortune now. Like you likes of Billy Moore and Cozzy and Charlie Veitch and all that. So when they come and stick a camera in your face and get a video of you, say that picture of you with your tent wrapped round you, right? I'm pointing at me this year. That picture of the tent wrapped round you, that'd go viral and he'd make a fortune off you and clip you to death, yeah? But when the next time they see you just walk past you laughing, they wouldn't say to you, here, here's a few quid, you know what I mean? Nice one for that viral video. Do you know what I'm saying? Nice one for making me a fortune, but, you know, just wave you on and just say, see you later. Do you know what I mean? Like, have you ever had money off them? The podcasters, have you ever had money off them videoers? No. This is what I'm saying. And they're going around it, like, telling everyone, they give everyone money who they see, like, homeless and all that. They don't, do they? Bullshit, innit? They don't give to everyone at all, do they? They walk around with the cameras and just take content, buzzing off you, don't they? And you just want it to stop, don't you?
Yeah.
A nice one, thank you for stopping for us, guys. Nice one. You take care, right? All the best, yeah? See you guys, right? I just live on the street, yeah? Just random. And people don't want it. Do you understand? People don't want these homeless people being filmed for money. Like monetising videos of homeless people wrapped round in sleeping bags. That fella that I've just spoke to there, he was wrapped up in a sleeping bag and it's the middle of the afternoon. Do you know what I'm saying? It's lunchtime, okay? Mine was wrapped in a sleeping bag. His girlfriend there has clearly got some, you know, something wrong with her mouth where she's, don't know, it's become infected badly, you know, God bless her. You know, and she's wrapped up herself, like, and they're both drinking cups of tea. Clearly, you can see they are homeless and in need. Did you hear what them people said? They have never, ever had a penny off any videoer, and all they do, the video is go round and buzz off them. That's all they do. They've never had a pence off any of them. Do you understand? So these videographers or these street vloggers or whatever you want to call them, all of them are the same. They don't give you money, they don't give them money, they don't help them. They might do something on camera, like give them a tent on Christmas Day, congratulations, or claim that they buy someone a McDonald's after they give them 10 minutes on the camera, or a pasta. Do you know what I mean? Give it a break, lad. You give someone a pasta and you're taking 15 minutes of content off them. Don't take the mickey. I'll tell you what, let me see you filming all them homeless in my Manchester, yeah? This is my city. These people in Manchester are lovely people, yeah? Don't you ever get it twisted, yeah? And you put a narrative out that there's some mad, crazy Manchester town. What's mad about Manchester is yous coming to it and filming it all the time and pushing the homeless. That's the only thing what's mad about Manchester, do you understand? There's nothing mad about Manchester. Manchester's one of the sanest cities in the world, do you hear me? Usif Mohammed, stroke Billy Moore. You, of all people, you should know better than to start calling immigrants and all that, because you've been there. You know, you converted to Islam, Billy Moore. Yeah, you converted to Islam. There's no turning back from that, bro. Once you do that, you might come to England and go, yeah, I'm not down with that, but lad, you are down with that, because once you convert to Islam, you're always a Muslim, brother. Do you understand me, brother? Okay? So don't be coming here with your immigration like and you're bullying the homeless like and thinking it's happening in 2026, because it's not. I'm telling you now for a fact, okay? I'm not asking yous, I'm telling yous, yeah? And I ain't alone, you know. I think you think that, like, I'm just some mad guy on my own and some one-man mission. Do you think I'm doing this on my own? Do you think I'm doing this for myself? What for what? Do you think I'm doing it to monetize myself and make loads of money off you lot? For what? I would have done that years ago when I was getting millions of views, putting my story in other people's channel. Yeah? Don't you think I would have monetized my own channel and put my own story out there, what was getting millions of other people's views? No? Does that not make sense to you if I wanted to monetize a channel like you people claim? Or I'm jealous of Billy Moore. What? Because he's making 17 grand a month for filming the homeless. I'm not jealous of that at all. 20 grand a month for filming the homeless. I wouldn't do it for 50 grand a month. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? I won't film the homeless for £50,000 a month, okay? Let's make that clear, because they're my friends on them streets, okay? I've lost a lot of people on these streets, you know. Do you know how many people I've lost to different drugs on these streets, or crime, knife crime, or violence, or sleeping in doorways, or whatever it is, yeah? They're dead on these streets, yeah? I could take you now to somewhere and I'll show you a wall, yeah, with people's names on it who've died in town and shit. And it'll just break your heart, yeah, because it's probably full, that wall now. There's probably 2 walls full of it now. Last time I went there, it was a wall full. Now there's probably 2 walls full, yeah? You need to stop walking down my streets, yeah, doing what you can't do in your own city centre, Billy Moore, yeah? And you, Cozzy, you're not even a man. Stop bullying people in Manchester. bullying the elderly, because that's what you're doing by putting them on camera and monetising them, putting them out there for as many years as you decide to. You're making money off them. That's not right, lad. Do you understand me? That's not right, and it's not fair, and it's not happening in 2026. And let me see you doing it, lad. Let me see you doing it. I'll tell you about yourself, and I'll follow you around with my own camera, and I'll be shouting behind everyone, telling everyone, making them aware of what you do and what you are, and see if they can film them then. What is your? I'm just calling out all these people who are filming all the homeless unnecessary.
Yeah, that Billy Moore.
Yeah, that Billy Moore, him exactly. Yeah, all of them. They make a fortune off you, lovely. Yeah, I've not put you on camera. I'm on myself on camera. Yeah, I'm stopping it. Yeah, I'm not putting you on camera. I'm stopping it. You know, because it's not.
Disgusting what they do to us, isn't it?
Yeah, you know what? That Billy Moore's making out like he gives you a fortune.
He doesn't. He fucking poses off us.
I know he does.
And makes money off us.
I know, and he tells everyone on video, "Oh, I look after all these homeless off camera."
Put me on camera. I'll tell him fucking.
I don't want to, love, because it's not about you. You know what I mean? I'm just putting myself out. Respectfully, you're homeless clearly, aren't you? And you've got like four or five coats on. Do you know what I'm saying?
I don't really got one, but I've got a virus.
Bless you. You know, that's what I'm saying. Look at you in tears now because you're upset and emotional because of that. I'm so sorry to be. All right, lovely, right? You take care. Nah, it's right, lovely. You take care. Nah, it's right, lovely. You know what? You've kind of broke my heart. You're all right, lovely. Nah, it's sweet, man. Nah, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Oh, God. Fuck. I swear, man. You know what? You better stop it, you know. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Let me see you where I saw you, where you put me on your 2-minute video, Billy Moore. Let me catch you here in my city after that girl has just pulled me and said that to me. She seen me the other day doing what I was doing, and she broke down in tears because of you. Because of you buzzing off her. Just me filming and people coming up to me saying, "Excuse me, what you doing?" And they're disgusting and exhausted with you and your like and your kind. You, Charlie Veitch, you started this. You started this, Charlie. This mad octopus. You opened this can of worms. You found this tiny little niche because you was a nice lad on the street running around talking to everyone about spirituality and religion, which is very nice and all well and good, but doing it unnecessarily and to people who don't want to hear it is a quick bit not right. So you, Charlie Veitch, came to Manchester and was welcomed by the likes of me, because I would have run you from town from day one, you know, and you wouldn't have been seen on my streets again. Let me tell you, because you don't know who I am, boyo, and I'm not saying that to brag and boast, yeah, but I'm known in Manchester, let's put it that way, yeah, let's just be polite about it, yeah, and I welcomed you, Charlie Veitch, welcomed you to my city and said, "You're welcome to Manchester, lad," and then I'm watching videos of you volleying and kicking and doing all these things for money. You're not even doing it to defend yourself, lad. You're doing it for money. I seen you bullying one day. I've watched a video of Wheelchair Man and Turbo and some other lad, and you go over and start bullying them, and he's trying to attack you, and you kick them all, and you run into a coffee shop, and you get the police to come and put you in the back of a police car, and you're laughing at them all, and that's making you thousands of pounds every week, month, or whatever. Do you know I heard off a little bird that you're on £100,000 a month? For what? For bullying people, lad. You're on 100k a month for bullying people. You should be ashamed of yourself. I hope that money eats you away, you know. I really do. Money's not about it for me, mate. I used to count £20 notes in how long it had last me on using the drugs, you know. I don't count money. Money's not an issue to me, okay? It's not something what I chase and I'm after all my life and I'm hungry for. Do you know, I've got a very, very well-off family, well-to-do birth family, you know, who do good for themselves. I'm so proud of them, hard-working family. But people who take money like off the homeless and the poor and just rip it out of their hands and just stick it down the throats greedily, you should be ashamed of yourself. All of you video street vloggers should watch this video, watch what them homeless people say about yous, and should be ashamed of yourself. And that's all I've got to say. You, Cozzy, Billy, Charlie, the lot of yous, just got to stop. See this bag? See that? That's what you are. You're all dead, man. It's all dead. It's dungeoned. It's over. You're not doing it into 2026. You're just not. You're just not.